This is a podcast of 98fm's Dublin Talks. Remember, catch the show live Monday to Friday at 10 a.m.
98fm's Dublin Talks with Adrian Kennedy.
98fm. I have never tasted a mince pie.
Have you not?
Never in my whole life.
Okay, but I have the opinion that mince pies are
for scum.
I
don't like them cold, lads. If you heat them up and put a bit of cream on them, they're lovely.
No, they're vile.
So the reason I don't like them, Stephen, is because when I was a kid, I thought it was mince meat that was in them.
Well, no, that was my disappointment. The first mince pie I ever had, I was expecting mince meat in it, and there wasn't.
Well, that's a pork pie.
Yeah,
that's a completely different thing.
But there was no mince meat in it.
So give me a mince pie and let me taste them. Have we mince pies in 98FM here at the moment?
As it happens, I have a box of them here.
What are they doing in here?
So you tell me that you've never tasted a mince pie?
No, honestly,
now, I
don't think I could.
I have, and I think they're absolutely vile. So hang on.
Does anybody know where they're called mince pies when they don't contain mince? Does anybody have the answer to that? Text me 087.
There's a mince pie. Here
I
you
don't
go.
think. Oh God. Let me smell it first. Oh, there's almonds on top of it.
Yeah, there's almonds. Do you like almonds?
Can someone please tell me why it's called a mince pie? Does it actually have mince in it? Or is it M-I-N-T-S?
No,
originally?
mince, M-I-N-C-E. M-I-N-C-E.
Why are you taking photographs of me?
Because just to prove that you're about to eat a mince pie.
I don't think I can.
Got the face on you.
Yeah.
Go on, just take a gobful. Are you ready?
Let me see the photograph.
It just shows you that you... What do you want to see about the photograph?
Well, that's my love-making face as well. I have the same face making love as I do when I'm eating mince pies.
I didn't need to know that, but go on anyway. Let's. Okay, big bite now, not just a nibble, a big bite. This is a man who's never ever before eaten a mince pie. Stop smelling it and just eat it, will you?
I can't. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, here we go.
No. I want a big bite.
Okay.
No, a big bite.
They're actually not bad.
They're disgusting.
Oh, I just bit into the mince. Oh, oh Jesus. Oh, sorry. I just bitten into the the pastry bit, and I was like, oh, that's nice. But once you get into the,
they are absolutely vile.
The pastry is nice.
Well, pastry is pastry.
Almond pastry is lovely. What is in them?
I don't know. Jeremy says, Carl, on a text message to us at 98FM, you constantly slate people on social media and on air, maybe as a whole, in particular overweight people. Just because you slate them as a whole, it doesn't mean, it doesn't hurt them individually. You're a hypocrite and a fool.
Oh, and he hung up on us. Yeah, gross and bald, Carl.
And Katie is saying gross and balls, Carl, because Carl wouldn't answer the call.
If you were a real man, if you were a real man, Carl, you'd have a mince pie. That's the food of champions.
It's the food,
I have to say,
food of the devil.
I have to say to any of you who like mince pies, I don't know
where you're coming from.
Now, maybe they taste nicer when they're heated up and they have a bit of cream on them, but that's absolutely disgusting. Why are they called mince pies?
I don't know, because it's all minced together or something like that.
That would make absolutely no sense, because it's not minced together.
Anyway, there you go. I think they're disgusting. I've never liked them. I don't like Christmas cake, Christmas pudding. Don't like any of that.
Oh, you don't like Christmas pudding?
No, it's vile.
Really?
Yeah, disgusting.
And what's your favourite Jacob's biscuit? You know the big tins of Jacob's biscuit?
My favourite one is the one with the jelly on top. You know the chocolate ring with the jelly on top? That's my favourite one. I love them.
There's no Jacob's biscuit.
Yes, there absolutely is.
A chocolate ring with the jelly on top. No, out of the big main boxes.
What big main boxes?
Kimberly Mikado coconut creams.
I'm talking about a mixture box.
No, what's your favourite? Because I have to say, Jacob's, I'm sorry, you screwed the whole thing up when you decided to put chocolate on top of Kimberley biscuits.
No, don't mind the chocolate Kimberleys, they're actually nice.
No, they're not.
Chocolate Mikados are disgusting.
Is there such a thing?
There is such a thing. I had them last year.
No, there's not.
There's chocolate Mikados.
Are the Mikado biscuits the ones that look like...
Look like what?
They look like... You never noticed that?
Look like what?
You can't say it. If any of you have, you'll never eat a Mikado in the same way again. If you have a Mikado biscuit I'm sure some of you do. If you have a Mikado biscuit at home, take it out of the box, or the tin, or the packet, and look at it.
And what am I going to see?
You'll be pleasantly surprised.
I'm going to see 2 strips of,
it doesn't matter.
Marshmallow and a bit of jam.
Shh, I'm just saying.
Anyway, the point I was making is chocolate Mikado.
You would like Mikados, Kennedy. You would.
Gary, you're on 98 FM. How are you, Gary?
Great, thanks.
Now, Gary, what have you got for me?
You were talking there about... I don't know, every time I ring is something to say about this kid, but anyway, I think Jeremy was saying do prisoners get mince pies? They don't. On Christmas Day, the only thing you get different in Mountjoy on Christmas Day, Christmas morning, is you get a fry, believe it or not.
Oh, a fry up. Now
I worked in the kitchen, so by the time it gets out to the lads, out to the wings, it's like rubber. It's disgusting. We're brought in about 6 a.m. on Christmas morning to make, because you're making for like.
And if there's one thing a prisoner doesn't want on Christmas morning, it's a rubber sausage in his cell, Adrian.
Listen,
absolutely.
I was telling you, I started a band in there, and in the school in Mountjoy, we had like a. I suppose, like back in the day in primary school, we had like a kind of a Christmas show, and anyone that could play the guitar or do anything like that, the staff, the teaching staff lads in Mountjoy, and it was also in Loughlin House, they're unbelievable. I mean, they come in every day and they really, really go out of their way to try and make you a better person and help you. So they put on this little show, and we had just started the band, and we wrote a couple of our own songs, but we obviously wanted to get into the festive mood, so I rewrote the lyrics to Feed the World, and I entitled it Free the Joy. And
so free the joy.
Exactly.
I hear it now, Gary.
And tell me this, Gary. What's Christmas Day like in Mountjoy Prison?
Exactly. I wrote a book, please God, that's coming out, and there's a chapter in it about Christmas. And the start of it says December 25th in Dublin's Mountjoy. ... is exactly the same as every other day. It's exactly the same as every other day. Yeah. I think the worst part about it, that was my first time, obviously, spent Christmas away from. I'm getting a bit emotional. Like my family. You get banged out is put back in your cell at exactly the same times. The officers are kind of cool, which you don't get me wrong. They kind of encourage you to go out to the yard more, to interact more, but you're still put in, like they have a job to do, so you're still put into your cell at exactly the same time. And I remember kind of. To
be honest with you, Gary, Christmas Day in Mountjoy sounds still better than spending with the in-laws. To be honest,
you're just saying that out loud.
I'm cooking Christmas dinner for the first time this year.
Hang on a second.
There's a side of me that wishes I was back there.
Hang on, I want to ring the governor of Mountjoy and ask, can I spend Christmas Day in the Joy?
Why is it your turn to go to the in-laws this year?
It is. No, I'm just thinking.
Well, basically, when I know personally, and I know from lads I talked to, me and another guy in the band, we took out a couple of guitars and we sat in the middle of C Wing and we played a few songs for the lads and just try to lift the mood. But then, the officers come down, so right, lads, bang it out. And that was about 7:15. And you're saying good night to everyone, and then at this stage I was in a single cell, so the door closed, and straight away, like, it's just the gravity of what you've done.
Yeah.
It really, really punches it in the face, because you're saying to yourself,
it must be a devastating experience to be locked in your cell on a Christmas Day.
Well, to be honest with you, Adrian, any day is.
No, but I should imagine in particular.
On a Christmas Day, it is obviously it's heightened, but at the end of the day, as you have a lot of teachers, and I say teachers, I mean fellas that maybe have been there before, and you're very quickly taught, look, don't sit around feeling sorry for yourselves, because it's not nobody's fault that you're in there.
Get busy living.
Or get busy dying.
Exactly.
That's what they say. Thanks,
but
Gary.
They don't say it. Morgan Freeman said it. And it's clearly. By the way, here's an idea. If you are the catering company that looks after Mountjoy Prison, for Christmas Day, I think you should give all male prisoners Mikado biscuits.
Really?
Yep. I think.
Oh, by the way, you're claiming Mikado biscuits look like something. Not one person has even texted to say.
That's because they've never noticed it. Once you see this, you can't unsee it. Okay. I noticed it a couple of years ago. I was living at home, I was sitting at the table, sitting beside my mother, and I took out a Mikado biscuit and I looked at it and I says, Ma, look at that.
And what did your mother say?
Jeremy, don't be rude at the Christmas dinner table.
Well, nobody knows what you're even talking about.
Examine the Mikado biscuit. Trust. Well, obviously the people who haven't noticed this don't know.
And obviously I haven't noticed it.
But you wouldn't. Trust me, you wouldn't.
All right, okay.
Finally, how do you feel about this, Adrian? How do you feel about adults getting toys for Christmas presents? Does it sit well with you?
No, not really. You're one of those people, though.
Well, yeah. Last year, my missus bought me the Lego Simpsons house for Christmas.
Did you make it?
Yeah, I did. I spent 4 days over Christmas making it. In fact, last Christmas I spent the time making Lego and eating Mikado biscuits. That's what I did over Christmas. Oh, it's a lovely thing to do.
Sorry, can you whisper to me off air what it looks like? Hang on for 1 second. Hang on. It actually does!
Did you turn my mic off for that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
See?
It actually does!
You can't unsee it now. Sure you can't.
Who knew?
Yep. The person that invented those Mikado biscuits, that had to be a man.
And I love eating them.
Yeah, sure, who doesn't?
And I love eating Mikados. Okay, go on, what were you saying?
How do you move on from that?
You don't. Go on, what were you saying?
What do you think? What do you think of it? I'm blushing. It's the first time you've made me blush on the radio. What do you think of?
Calm down there, calm down.
Because people can't see your face. You're like...
Here, we're going to take a break.
What do you think? I just ask you the question. What do you think of adults? What do you think of adults who get Lego or toys for Christmas?
Pathetic.
The voice of the city.
98FM's Dublin Talks.
With Adrian Kennedy.
We're live every morning from 10 on 98.